Welcome again to online education, and I want to thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed our previous videos. If you're just joining in for the first time, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, Everything Online. I've done a number of videos free for you guys to watch and to have a better understanding with regards to studying online. If you're a working professional, if you are an expert from wherever you are in the world, whatever continent, doing an online degree is possible. Distance is not a barrier. So for you to make an informed decision to start a qualification now in 2022, I've decided to put together a masterpiece that will give you a better understanding, so you, the viewers, or you, the student, can make an informed decision. That's the reason why I decided to write this book, which is titled How to Obtain an MSc and MBA 100% online without or with a bachelor's degree. So you can get a copy from Amazon. There are links in the description of this video, so I'm going to put everything there. You can get a copy for yourself. So it's always nice for you to read and have a better understanding before you make that commitment on starting your degree program. This book, which is the centerpiece of this conversation today, I've covered a number of topics in there, which will give you a clear understanding as to the reason why, if this is it's a part for you, if this is something that you feel you can commit, or if it's something you think you're still thinking in the decision-making process, but after reading this book, you'll be well equipped to make that decision. It's written from the student's perspective, from someone who have gone through online learning, myself. Also, I graduated one of the top business schools as well, so I basically know to share my own experience. This has been many years ago. I also have the opportunity to basically advise working professionals who are from all walks of life, all industries around the world, thousands of them over the years. So this is so important for you to read this book. You can get a copy from Amazon. I think you have the hard copy, and then you also have the Kindle reader. It's also possible. Now, in this book, I've covered a number of things which are very important. Like, for example, there are a number of chapters that are covered here, about 9 different chapters. In the different chapters, which once you buy the book, you'll be able to have a better understanding. I talked about online learning from a general perspective, from the global context. I explained that the importance of the reason why online education is driving the future. Also, I covered the cultural context with regards to online education. How is this perceived in different communities and different societies from around the world? There is something also very important in the book. I talked about why world-class universities are going online nowadays. Are they looking just to grow their online audience? But I basically brought in reason why you living in Japan, living in Nigeria, living in Chile, living in Europe, or living across wherever around the world, you still have the opportunity for you to obtain your qualification, whatever university from around the world. Also, I talked about a number of things, like, for example, I discussed tuition fee, the cost of different programs, how that is, how you are being, how the cost of the programs are being organized in terms of in an online learning environment. I also covered things like the computer system and IT, what knowledge you need as an online student. A number of you out there are very concerned and worried about your level of computer literacy. You think that may be something that could hinder you from starting the course, but I don't believe that's an issue. So we've had students, people who don't know, students who struggle, who do not have the basic background in IT, but they come into programs and perform excellently, really well. Now, this book also covers the requirements for you to, what you need to present to you to qualify to be accepted in one of the master's programs or one of the MBA programs. For example, in the UK, the requirements are there. So it's always good to read this book so you have an understanding if you meet the requirement. Now, without you having a bachelor's degree does not stop you from applying to do your master's from your dream university. So I've explained all of that in here. I've also covered in this book what is it like learning online, the classroom experience. All of these are very important things that people don't know how it works. Now I've explained it in this book as well. If you also look at there, I've talked about the international context, the dissertation process, the recruitment and selection process, what it takes, how you present your personal statement, your motivation letter, what are the things you need to put into. So I've covered almost everything in this little book. It will give you a better understanding on how graduation takes place, what are the processes in place. It is very important for you to spend time. I'll get a copy from Amazon, and then you can read it, and then you have a better picture. This is coming from someone who's been through that process, someone who've done it, someone who've coached people, who've advised people, and I'm just giving you a general advice here. But after reading the book, you'll be in a better place to make an informed decision. After reading this book also, it gives you an opportunity for you to, once talking to any university of your choice, you already were prepared. You know the questions you're going to be asking those consultants or those recruitment advisors in those world-class universities. There are basic things that you need to ask, that you need to know. And I've also talked about time management in this book, which is one of the most important things that students will find like they need to know. First of all, time management is just so essential for you to be a competitive student, and for you to have a better student experience. Time management is relevant. Without time management, you are not able to, you won't have a better student experience, and you might not be successful. So I've talked about time management, and I've elaborated on it, what it takes, what are the techniques, what are the tools you need to become successful as an online student. It is just so important for you to make sure that you have that part of time management set on one side, then you know what you're engaging yourself into. I've also covered in this book a number of things that would give you a better picture, like the learning management system. This is like the classroom where you'll be studying. How is that designed? What is it made of? What are the things you will find into this? So a lot of things are in this book. You can get it from Amazon, like I've pointed out, the paperback, or you can also download it directly and read it yourself, or you can get it from the Amazon Kindle as well. So it is so important. So I just want to say that for you to start making that decision to start this new year to follow an MBA or an MSc course, especially in the UK, for example, there are world-class universities like University of Portsmouth. There are a number of programs there, project management courses that you can follow. You have risk courses that you can follow. There are a whole lot of other courses, and this book basically gives you a total guide as to what are those things that you need to know before you commit yourself, because most people are not ready, they're not prepared to start an online course. Once they find themselves into it, they got confused. It's a result of lack of preparedness. So this book prepares you absolutely for you to be able to make that informed decision, and you have a chance for you to pass your degree in flying colors. It's just so important for your own development, for your own understanding, for your own decision-making process. Now, we are in 2022 now. I think there's no better time for you to start your online study program. 2 years from now, you're going to look back and say, okay, if I started earlier, I might have completed the course already. So I will encourage you to make that decision. If you're planning to study in the UK, especially, this book covers everything. If you don't have a bachelor's degree, no degree at all. I made a video talking about if to obtain a master's degree without bachelor's, if that's possible. Yes, it's absolutely possible. It all depends on your personal situation, depends on your background, depends on your motivation, depends on your work experience, if it's in a similar industry, depends on your readiness and your passion. So it's up to you. 90% of the decision comes from you, the student. You are the one who calls the shot. You are the one who will make things difficult from your own point of view or from your own perspective. Now, by reading this book, you have a better picture as to what is needed. So it's titled How to Obtain an MBA or an MSc online without or with a bachelor's degree. So it's written by someone who's been there, who've done it, who've graduated in flying colors from one of the top business schools in England, who've coached and support students from the whole walks of life, from the banking sector, from marketing, from business development, international organizations like the UN, all walks of life. So reading this book will give you an understanding, then also beef your confidence that this is something that you can do. This is something that you can accomplish in a short period of time. I want to thank you for watching this episode. I'm going to be making more videos with regards to online education. It's been a busy and hectic time, but I will create time enough to bring you very relevant content. For those of you who are already starting your online studies, for those students who are sending me lots of questions, who are planning to make decisions, hopefully I'm able to answer some of your emails. For those of you who are still sitting on the fence, now is the time for you to go ahead and read this book and make that decision. I want to thank you for watching. I'll be looking forward to meeting you again soon, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.